This is Shawn Irwin, your youth director with Darts Ontario, and welcome to episode 28 of Darts Ontario Let's Talk Darts. I wanted to talk to our youth players from past and present to see how they got into darts and their story to help inspire youth dart players of today. Thank you to our sponsor, SSS Canada, for all the support in the Darts Ontario organization. Go to their Facebook page to see the high-quality custom dart shirts, which you can order for your team or individually. Tonight, I'm with Devin Gross of the Kitchener and Waterloo Youth Dart League. Thank you, Devin, for coming on to do an episode of Darts Ontario Let's Talk Darts so the dart community can get to know more about Devin. So how you doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Yeah, great. Well, I really appreciate this. And we're going to talk a little bit about your darts history, as there's a lot of darts that's taking you around the world as well. Yeah. So tell us, how did you get started playing darts and how old were you?
My dad actually introduced me to darts when I was around 11, 12. Yep. But darts has always been a family thing for us. My grandmother and my great-grandfather played, so.
Now, was it your dad that got you to do it competitively?
Yep. My dad was the one that signed me up for my first league and introduced me to the competitive side of darts.
Now, you play out of the Kitchener Waterloo Youth Dart League. What's that like playing in a youth league?
It's fun. I also play in adult leagues, so it's kind of easier to play in the youth league rather than adults, but yeah.
It's great to see that so many adult leagues are starting to allow the youth to come in and help them improve their game, which it sure has.
Yeah.
So how often do you practice during the season, and do you practice during the off season?
Yeah, I practice all year round. Usually 2 to 3 hours a day, I think. Sometimes 1 or 2, depending on how much time I have.
Well, we got other things in life too, like school maybe.
Yeah.
So we all know practicing is not as fun as a real game, but how do you make practicing fun? If you're down there in the basement for 3 hours a day, what are you doing to make it fun?
I actually play against computers, so practice against Dark Connect computers, and that kind of helps my game.
Are you playing anything else besides 501?
Yes, I play 170, 301, double in, double out, and cricket.
Now, can you play those games against the computer?
Yes, you can.
That's great. I didn't realize that. So now how do you prepare yourself before a big match, getting yourself focused?
I like to practice as much as I can before any match. Drink lots of water, like settle the nerves.
Well, darts is a very emotional game. And how do you control your emotions when you're standing on the line during the game?
The best you can do is just take a breather, like step back, like try to compose yourself as much as you can, but sometimes you can't.
We have to really try and just concentrate on our own game and not worry about what your opponent's throwing.
Yep.
Now, what's the best part of competing for you, and what's the most important part of darts?
I love like the social aspect of it. I love going and seeing old friends that you might not have seen because they're so like, sorry, can't really talk here.
Well,
so many people from around the world, around the province, around Canada that you don't usually see every day.
Now, did you start playing provincials and zones when you were 11 years old?
Yes, I did. I played, I think I made top 8 that year. But
so you're a senior now, so you've been playing provincials for quite a few years now. So yeah, it's all about that social aspect of getting to know so many people and seeing them hopefully more than once a year.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about your performance. So you have a good performance. What's the one thing you like to do after the match?
You like just talking to your opponent, because like giving each other feedback and like reflecting on how we each shot.
Now, do you have any issues with, we don't always win every game, but say you're playing a round robin, you lose a match, but you know you have to stay focused for that next match. And how does that affect you?
It doesn't really affect me. I know if I lose a match, there's always another match to play, and there's always a chance to improve from the last match. So,
well, let's talk about a little bit about your Darts Ontario results. So you've been playing for a while, but what I gather here through the website at the zone shoot, you came first in 2017, and you finished top four in 2018, 19, and 20. You finished first. So you've done really well in your zone shoots the last, I guess, 3-4 years. At provincials in 2017, you finished top 16. 2018, you got a little farther and you finished top 8. Your last year as junior, you finished top 8 in 2019. And your first year as senior, 2020, which was this year, you finished second in Ontario in senior doubles and singles top 8 once again.
Yeah.
Take us back to this year's doubles finals playing on stage.
Well, we pretty much shot terrible during that because we were really nervous, but we just wanted to try and have as much fun as we could. And even if we weren't shooting our best darts, we still had fun that final.
It's a different game when you're playing on stage with so many people watching you. And this year we didn't have as many as normal because of COVID, but we're all still watching you. So take us back to some of the highlights at provincials since you've started.
Well, I usually only end up in top 8. I haven't seemed to be able to get past that, but
well, what would your goals be for the new year if everything goes well?
Well, at least top 4 this year. Yes, I'd love to make it to nationals, but just to improve that one step further, that'd be great for me.
Well, it's a great goal, and we know that you're very competitive, and you can definitely do it. It's we got so much competition in the senior boys, but anybody can do it. Now, you've played many other tournaments. I can think of one that took you far away from home. Tell us about some of your greatest success and memories in darts, and about going to Gibraltar, was it?
Yep.
Tell us about all that.
Gibraltar was great. I got to meet so many new people from so many different countries. I've made many friends there. And probably the best darts of my life down there, because there wasn't really any stress, because yes, you wanted to represent your country well, but you also have so much fun. But yeah, it was pretty fun.
Now, how did you get there, and tell us about what was that event?
So it was there was 3 events that happened that week. One was a team, so it's a 4-man team. We got to play against other nations, and then there was 2 singles events.
Now, with in the game of darts, you really have to become an expert when you stand on the line and knowing what to shoot for and calculating in your head. How have you been able to improve your game in this part of it and being able to calculate, know what to shoot for?
Well, most of the routes that I take are taken from professional players, because I know some professional players have done interviews almost like this, where they go through the ways that they like to go, and so I just try them out, and if I like them, if they work for me, then that's the way I'll go for them.
Well, when you started off, you everyone had their out card, and that's what you shoot for. But as you start improving, you find out so many different ways to be able to take those outs out that may be better for you, especially those 2 dart outs that you can't be scared of the bullseye.
Yeah.
So who are some of the biggest supporters as you compete in darts?
Well, definitely my parents. They helped me through a lot. They helped me travel a lot, throughout all these tournaments. My grandparents were big supporters too.
Well, it's a big dedication for the parents to be able to take you around, and it's great seeing that so many dart players do get to travel and go to different tournaments.
Yeah.
So do you play any other sports?
I play a little volleyball, but that's about it.
Yeah. Any other hobbies besides darts and volleyball?
I have lots of hobbies.
Yeah.
I like baking a lot, cooking, baking, anything to do with art, really.
So you like to draw and cook and
eat.
Good for you. So do you play some online darts? And if so, tell us about your experience playing online.
I play 4-5 leagues right now. It's definitely different because you don't have that face-to-face communication. So it's kind of more relaxed, I guess. You're not as stressed playing, but it's definitely different than playing in a social event.
Now, do you play on camera or do they just get your scores on the Dart Connect?
Yeah. I play on camera.
On camera?
Yeah.
Now, do you have a favorite opponent you really enjoy playing against? And if there's one player in the world you'd love to play, who would that be?
Actually really like playing against Braden Hall because we've had some good matches against each other. The one player I would play against would be Simon Whitlock. I think he's an amazing shot. And I really like the way he throws.
Definitely a world-class player, and Braden Hall, absolutely stunning darts he's been doing and playing a lot of online darts as well. So I know you were sponsored this past season by Shot Darts. Tell us what it's like being recognized and having a sponsorship.
Yeah, it's great. When I got back from Gibraltar, I got sponsored by Shot, and I also got sponsored by the Lapierre Dart Bros. Yeah, they've helped me with supplies and anything that I really need related to darts.
Well, tell us about the darts that you're actually using now and playing with.
So yeah, I switched to the darts that Shot actually gave to me along with the dartboard. They've actually improved my game a lot.
That's great to hear. Is it a strong knurl on your on the barrel? Is it a good grip?
Oh yeah, there's definitely lots of grip on my barrel now. Before I was only playing with like 3 or 4 notches in my grip, but now it's like super defined. So it's definitely helped.
I think when you're playing those big games and getting nervous, it really helps having those grips.
Yep, the
So,
darts don't slip out of your hand there.
yeah. So we're always improving in life. What's the one thing you know you really have to work on to help improve your game to take it to that next level and maybe get top 4 or better?
Well, definitely finishing for me. Finishing has always been kind of a struggle, but
So just going around the board on doubles, maybe.
yeah.
So as we wrap this up, one more question. You've been playing for quite a long time. There's a lot of young youth coming into the darts organization. What advice would you give to those young dart players to help follow your footsteps?
One thing I've learned from playing darts over these years is you can't get frustrated with yourself. Even if you're shooting bad, you just got to shake it off and try again, I guess. Yeah.
Well, that's some great advice. And you've got some nice shirts in the background. Tell us about those shirts.
Yeah, so I have 3 shirts. 2 are from the Canadian team, and then the one in the middle there is a World Cup shirt. So it has all the teams that we played against down in Gibraltar on it. And then I have this year's Darts Ontario shirt in the corner.
And you have your Shot Darts shirt on now, do you?
Yep.
Yeah, great. Well, Devin, really appreciate you coming on to do an episode with us here. And we wish you all the best in reaching your goals. And hopefully we see you at some tournaments and, of course, provincials next year. All right. Thank you, Devin. You have a great night.
Thank you.
Great. It's always great talking to our youth players about darts. Devin's got a lot of great history and all the times he's done so well at provincials, just getting that next step and being able to play for Team Canada. What great memories. Make sure you go to our website at www.dartsontario.ca to find out all the information about our organization, and like the Darts Ontario Facebook page so you get all the updates. Are you a current or former youth dart player in the Darts Ontario organization? If you'd like to be on one of our episodes, please email me at youth@dartsontario.com. This is Shawn Irwin, your Darts Ontario Youth Director, and make sure you check out our next interview on episode 29 of Darts Ontario Let's Talk Darts. Thanks for watching and see you next time.